Hello there everybody, my name is Kuka4545 and welcome to my new playthrough of Trauma Center New Blood. This is a continuation from Trauma Center Second Opinion. So let's just continue on. We're going to do normal. That's that one. I'm surprised I never completed that one. Huh. We're going to do 4. Just keep your wave. I'm just going to do CC 4545. Yes.
Alaska, the frigid northern extremity of America.
So as you can hear, there's voice acting, so I don't have to say much or read anything, so you can have fun.
Come April, the harsh winter begins to loosen its grip on the land. The seemingly endless nights grow shorter, day by day, and the frozen wilderness starts to thaw. In the heart of this majestic setting lies a small town not far from Fairbanks, whose weary inhabitants eagerly await the arrival of spring. Montgomery Memorial Hospital watches over the town like an old man. And in this remote hospital toil 2 doctors who are about to be swallowed by the jaws of fate.
That was the prologue. That's tutorials. I will explain everything, so you don't need this. This is, so stuff is different. Well, I will explain that. You can change the difficulty by coming here. You can actually do 2 players, but I can't. I don't have anyone. Now this green usually indicates just a cutscene. This usually indicates operations. There's going to be a lot of operations. So yeah, there's going to see this one a lot. There's 2 doctors that you can pick from, but not right now. Northern Lights.
They're here! Hurry, Val! The patient's a 40-year-old male. He has a gash on his chest and he's losing blood fast.
How was he injured?
He ignored the tour guide's warning and picked a fight with a grizzly. His blood pressure's 70, his heart rate's 130, and he's lost consciousness.
Got it. Can you hear me? We're going to take you into the hospital. My name is Valerie Blaylock. I'll be treating you. Don't worry. You've been badly injured, but it's not hopeless. In fact, you're quite lucky that there are 2 skilled doctors in a remote place like this.
I've confirmed the patient's blood type and blood count, Dr. Vaughn.
Do we have enough blood on hand? If not, then make arrangements. Have Eric make a quick trip to the blood center. Now what about the x-rays?
It looks like he has 2 broken bones. We'll have to rebuild them. Nurse, have an ample supply of antibiotic gel ready.
It's hard to believe, but situations like this don't seem to faze me anymore. And here I thought I was gonna be able to kick back and enjoy the northern lights every night.
Oh, quit your whining.
Doctor, the patient's vitals are dropping.
All right, let's get down to business. I have dinner reservations.
Lacerations on the chest require suturing and bones reconstruction will be necessary for the right forearm.
Let's begin the conference. The patient has suffered a large laceration extending from his right shoulder to his chest. He also has a compound fracture in his right arm. The bone fragments seem to be aggravating the surrounding tissue. There are 2 objectives in this operation. The first is to stop the bleeding and suture the wound. The second is to retrieve the bone fragments, reform them, and set them in place.
The blood won't be arriving for a while.
We don't have time to wait. We have to begin the procedure immediately.
I agree.
So in this game, you can pick between 2 doctors, Valerie Blaylock or Marcus Bangan. It doesn't matter right away which one you pick, so I'm just gonna do Marcus.
Time is of the
I will be
essence.
switching between them in each operation. So until something happens that we need, I'll explain that later though.
Okay, let's begin the operation. The patient's vitals are low. Please inject more. His vitals have been stabilized. Begin treating the external wound. First, you'll need to sew up the laceration. Begin suturing the remaining.
So far, so good.
The suturing is complete, but there are still some small wounds left. Please treat them with antibiotic gel.
That takes care of the external wounds. Let's move on to treating his arm.
Apply the antibiotic gel. The area has been disinfected. Now, make an incision
it's
with
close
the
on.
scalpel.
Oh.
Begin treating the fracture. Use the forceps to remove the place the first fragment has been removed. Don't forget to treat the wound. The third fragment has been removed. Please treat the wound as well. All of the bone fragments.
Looks like this bone is warped.
Let's see if we can reshape it with the forceps.
Now we need to reconnect the bone fragments.
No, I don't remember any of this. How this
Twist
goes
your
on.
wrist to maneuver the fragment into the correct position. That's not the
Fuck.
correct location. Please look at the shape of the bone fragment more carefully. You've successfully placed the first bone fragment. Please continue.
I want you. I want you. I want the other one. I have no idea which.
It's just like a jigsaw puzzle.
Probably should have looked up really quick.
All of the bone fragments have been properly placed.
That does it. Let's close
Probably
him
should
up.
have. Probably should have played
Now
this before I
suture
got
in
into
the
it.
same
Well,
manner as the laceration. Okay, we need to bandage the sutured incision. Use the antibiotic gel to stop the bleeding before.
The bleeding stopped.
Apply the bandage from one end. Good work, everyone.
oh, that was just good. So, if you came from Trauma Center Second Opinion, if you do good, like suture a wound, you would get cool. Sometimes you get it good. It just depends on how finicky the game can be. Right now, I did the thing. It looked like it was okay, but apparently the game didn't think so. So I got it good instead of a cool. You can get chains. You can see the chain right here. With each consecutive good or cool to get, you add a chain. Some okays are just not part of any cool, good, or bad. It is something that you do, like applying antibiotic gel on a wound. That doesn't. I would just say okay, no matter what, but we'll still add to your chain. If you miss, you lose the chain. If you get it bad, you also lose the chain. It adds to your score. Time also adds. Patient's vitals also adds to your score. Which the score will be after the results screen. Or during the results screen. As you can see, there are I was pointing my screen. Vitals, like I said, time, also chain, will also add special bonuses. They are full total, usually in each stage. Sometimes there's less. Like right now, 10 cools earned will add to your bonus. Skill score, as you can see, 918 times 1.3. Each one times your skill score, which adds to your total score. But since I only got one, you can't see what the other one was. I think one of them was don't get a miss. And I think the other one was under a time. I don't know what the last one was. Gotta see, Wiki Doctor. Oh well.
Good work, Doctor. I don't know how you can remain so calm during an operation. I'll transfer the patient to room 3.
He'll need to remain here for about 5 days. Should I send a bill for a guided tour of Montgomery Memorial to his travel agent?
Good idea, but don't serve him anything fancy. We don't want him getting too comfortable.
I see that the operation went well.
It did. So when are they going to give us the key to the city? We are making Alaska safe for tourists, after all.
I'll take it from here. That is, if you don't mind stepping aside for an old-timer like me.
No, not at all. Just let me know if anything comes up. I'll be at Lucky's, enjoying some grilled salmon.
Well, I don't let my stomach call the shots, so I'd be happy to stay a little longer, sir.
That's quite all right, Dr. Blaylock. There's nothing more we can do for him for the time being.
That's just some more tutorial. Montgomery Memorial, we'll go there.
What nice weather.
Ah, Dr. Blaylock. How are you today?
Good morning, sister. I'm doing well, thank you. Seems like it's finally starting to warm up.
Oh, don't be fooled, dear. The cool temperatures can return quite suddenly, so be sure to carry a sweater with you at all times.
Oh, okay, I will. Looks like you've taught me something new about this town once again, sister.
And be careful not to get caught in any storms. They can be absolutely dreadful. Well, I must be going, but if there's anything new troubling you, please come see me at church.
Oh, thank you. But I've been okay lately. I've been meaning to attend Sunday service, though.
Good. I hope to see you before we move to the new church we're building.
You will, I promise.
Hey, Doc. Am I gonna be okay?
Why wouldn't you be?
Well, if I had the cash, I would have gone to a real hospital. But I don't, so I'm stuck here.
Mr. Carlton, you may not be aware, but this hospital is affiliated with Concordia Medical Institute in Los Angeles. Only the finest and most skilled doctors are sent here.
Oh, really? Because everyone around town says that this is where all the rejects get dumped.
That's ridiculous.
They say that Dr. Montgomery, the guy who built this hospital, was really good. But that was, what, 20 years ago? I mean, it doesn't matter now, because he's dead.
Well, I'm still alive. So let's just try to get through this together. Now, the bad news is you have a tumor. But the good news is it's benign, so don't worry. I could perform this operation in my sleep. Okay, the nurses will help you get ready, so please return to your room.
All right. But can I call my wife first? I want to talk to her about my will.
Why in the world would they want me to come back?
Dr. Vaughn, are you there?
Oh, Dr. Hoover. I have an operation to prepare for, so...
Well, I wanted to speak with you about that matter I mentioned earlier.
Perfect timing. I was just looking over those documents you gave me. I'm sorry, but I can't agree to this.
Oh, and why not?
I couldn't do that to this place. How would you function without us? So even if it's a direct order, I can't comply. You understand, don't you?
Yes, but I believe I neglected to mention that Professor Wilkins contacted me personally. So perhaps you should consult with Valerie before you make up your mind.
Well, I don't know about her, but there's no way I'm going back.
Excuse me, Doctor. Dr. Blaylock is paging you.
Please excuse me, Dr. Hoover. I have an operation to perform.
Multiple stomach tumors detected. Extraction recommended before they become malignant.
I'd appreciate it if you could arrive on time, Marcus.
Sorry, could you review the briefing?
Of course, Dr. Vaughn. The test results show that Mr. Carlton has multiple tumors in his stomach. They're benign, but rather large. So as a precaution, we're going to excise them using the Powell procedure.
Oh, that's how you say
The
pal.
Powell procedure, huh? Well, that may be difficult for a reject doctor like me.
Oh, Dr. Vaughn, you're not letting the patient's rude comment bother you, are you?
I guess we'll just have to show him how talented we really are.
Yeah, you're right, Val.
Well, like I said, I'm going to be switching between them. There's really no way right now that they are different, so I'm just going to switch between them
I'm ready to begin the operation.
until something happens.
Okay, let's begin the operation. Disinfect the area with antibiotic gel before you make your incision with the scalpel.
Right now, you don't have access to all your wheels still, so
Small tumors seem to have formed.
this is still
Let's burn them
tutorial.
before we use antibiotic gel to heal any wounds caused. All the small tumors that can be visually confirmed have been treated. Now let's begin extract. The tumor has been located, but the shadow will disappear over time. Excise the set. Follow the place the cytoplasm. Use the forceps to place the. Now we need to treat the excised area.
Basically, all you have to do is the thing previously to the last game, Thomas and the Second Penny. You just find it with the scope, magnifying scope. You don't have to. If you know where it is, you can just cut it. But right now, you're gonna have to because you don't have access to all your wheel. Find it, cut it, drain it, extract it, and then remove it. That's it.
Use the forceps to
And then you
place
place it back.
antibiotic gel. The membrane has been attached. According to the test results, there should be more tumors.
The affected area is around here.
All right, let's continue.
The tumor has been located. Please expose it with the okay. Now drain the cytoplasm. Excise it with a scalpel. Before this, please remove the excised tumor with the forceps.
Oh yeah, as you can see, the patient's health as I cut it goes down. And the more wounds you have, the more the health will go down. Just to let you know.
Small tumors have formed. It must be due to the main tumor. That seems to be all the large tumors.
It's best to get rid of the small tumors as well as you do this, because you need the antibiotic gel to put it back on,
Close them up.
put the membrane on. I'm going to increase the health because this is important for a good score. Good. Oh well.
Treat the bleeding before you bandage the sutured incision. That completes the operation.
If you speed, you don't have to do the gel. You just get a better score, and you don't get a bad. You either get a good score or that's a misplaced bandage. Apparently, you can put bandages on the sheet, and it will still count. Oh yeah, you can also inject the gel into the bed sheet, and it will somehow increase the vitals. Which I found funny. Oh, I missed one. No mistakes. Completed with. That's time. Max train over at least. Probably a cool. Excuse me.
Feels so much
Man, I
better.
feel.
My stomach doesn't hurt for a change.
Probably should have. I forgot.
I'm glad I decided to go through it after all.
If anyone else had performed the operation, I doubt it would have gone so well.
Yeah, you guys were amazing. I'll be sure to ask for you two next time I need to have an operation done.
Do you think there will be a next time here at Montgomery Memorial?
For me, there will.
I thought you'd say that.
Snowstorm.
What a storm. We'll have to close early.
Too bad we can't leave, though. We finally managed to dodge the late shift, and we're stuck here anyway. Well, this bed has my name on it, so I'm gonna get some much-needed sleep.
Hey, isn't that investigator from Concordia supposed to stop by sometime today? I'm sure you'll be the first they'll want questioned.
Oh, don't worry, they won't be sending anyone out here in this weather.
I guess since no one else is around, all calls are being transferred to us. Dr. Blaylock speaking.
Is this the hospital? I need help. Someone's been badly injured.
Marcus, we have an emergency. Yes, this is Montgomery Memorial. Please remain calm. Now can you tell me what happened?
A man was accidentally shot in the chest with a rifle. He's bleeding profusely. I estimate that he's already lost about 500 milliliters. His CS is 233.
How can you accidentally get shot? I mean, they're all very stupid people in the world, but usually a skilled gunner would not be able to accidentally shoot someone in the chest, no less.
All right, we'll prepare for your arrival. How long before you can get here?
Mister, how long will it take us to get there? 10 minutes. Can you get us there in 5? We'll be there in 5 to 10 minutes.
Got it. We'll be ready. All the nurses have gone home. We'll have to do this on our own. Can you prep the OR?
The IV, BGA, and CT are all ready to go. So is the blood count and cross-matching test. Looks like the storm's headed our way.
Music is
Glad you're
too
still
good.
open. Here's the patient.
We're ready for him.
I've managed to temporarily stop the bleeding, but his vitals have dropped significantly. He's been shot in the chest. It looks like the bullet's still lodged inside him. His condition is critical. There isn't a moment to lose.
Everyone's already gone home, so you'll have to help me get him on the stretcher.
No problem. I'm actually a nurse. So if you're short-handed, I can help you with a procedure.
Now it all makes sense. I was wondering how you knew to report all that information. We can definitely use your help. Come on, let's go. Marcus, the patient's here. And this girl is a nurse. She's going to help us.
Finally, some good news. So does she have a name?
sorry. I didn't think to ask you.
I'm Elena Salazar, from the Concordia Medical Institute in Los Angeles.
I'm surprised Concordia sent someone as young as you.
It's nice to see you again, Dr. Vaughn.
Have we met before?
Let's save the introductions for later. We've got an operation to perform.
Bullet lodged in the heart and gunshot wounds to the chest. I mean, there's a bullet lodged in his heart. Of course, it's gonna be a gunshot wound to the chest. Immediate extraction and hemostasis treatment are necessary.
I know this is an emergency, but please allow me to advise you on the situation. The patient is a Caucasian male in his 50s. He's suffering from a gunshot wound from a rifle. The bullet didn't exit his body. It's still inside him. Due to the excessive amount of bleeding, there's a possibility the bullet nicked his heart.
There's no time to waste.
He's lucky you got him here so quickly.
The objectives in this operation are to extract the bullet and treat the hemorrhaging areas. Okay, let's give it our all.
Marcus.
Alright, let's begin.
Okay, let's give it our all. We need to treat the round seems to have entered the body here. Let's treat the gunshot wound before we open him up. I'll prepare the synthetic membrane. Please affix it to the wound. Now, the gunshot wound has been successfully treated. Now, let's treat the remaining wounds. All the external wounds have been treated. Let's open him up. He's in bad shape. Please keep an eye on his vitals while you treat his wounds. Doctor, you located the gunshot wound. We're dealing with his heart, so please be extremely careful when you
Yeah, I
extract.
don't think I nicked his
Blood
heart.
mistake could be fatal. What? This round is split in two. The other half must still be lodged inside.
Oh yeah, I don't think I nicked his heart. I know there's a protective layer around her heart, but I think that did not nick it. Still. So to treat it, you just drain the blood and then cut it open, take it out. You want to be careful because doing that will cause him to lose vital stats.
We have to open the gunshot wound wider with a scalpel.
Oh, cardiac.
We can't get a pulse with the round still lodged inside him. Please extract it quickly. Open up the gunshot wound.
So you have to extract it before.
You've located the remaining piece. The round has been extracted. Please treat the remaining wound. Now please resuscitate the patient using the defibrillator.
Oh, I hate the defibrillator. So it's the same thing as Trauma Center Second Opinion. You just push it in. Hopefully it works this time. And then you use Z and B when it hits green.
Now move the Wii remote. This gauge displays the amount of power.
This should be
charged.
better. I'm not sure if it is.
Press the Z and B. There's no pulse yet. We have a pulse.
There we go. You get better score if you hit it in the green because it takes 1 in the green. It takes 2 if you hit it in the gray spot around the green.
Okay.
And then that's
Let's
nothing
close
if you
him up.
miss those. So yeah.
Doctor, please close him up.
Cool.
Okay.
How was that cool?
Let's finish by bandaging the sutured incision. That completes the operation. I was worried during that one part of the operation, but we made it. Great work, Doctor.
I believe that last mystery objective was getting that defibrillator in 1 shot instead of 2. How the hell is that a C?
That was a difficult operation, but it went well with your help. You're a very skilled nurse.
I got it. No, fucking in Second Opinion would have got it. Probably an A, but C, fuck that.
Really?
Yes, really. I'd love for you to assist us again sometime, if possible.
But first, we should clarify some things. What instructions did Professor Wilkins give you prior to coming here, Elena?
You're right. I shouldn't hide my true intentions, but I didn't come here to spy on you. And I didn't come here to help you. I came here to ask you to operate on me, Dr. Vaughn.
What?
It's the pump unit you implanted in my pancreas 7 years ago. It isn't going to last much longer. Please, Dr. Vaughn, you have to help me.
Now I remember. So you're that little girl.
Ooh, mystery. Well, that's mystery's gonna have to. Fuck, if I can think, that mystery's gonna have to continue on in the next video. I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.